Happy Monday. I don't know about y'all, but March is rolling. Just there's a little bit of madness in March, but it's pretty cool, I would say, because things have just been rolling. Pisces season so far has been interesting, to say the least. Um, but yeah, for the most part, just kind of going with the flow, right? Going with the flow. And if y'all just want to check in the chat there and let us know, or let me know how y'all are doing, to say the least. I know Pisces, I'm like crying. And then I had a lady who came in for massage. I guess it was really my first oncology massage, which was different. It's very emotional and touching, actually, because I was like, "What brings you in today?" And she's like, "Well, I'm dying." I was like, "Okay, Pisces season, you just way too much." But you know, it's been interesting. Very sweet, sensitive energies, but yes, it's definitely been. I would say it's definitely been enlightening. Tired, but so happy to be here with you all. Moon day, yes. It has been clarifying a lot. Agree with that. Just lots of awareness and imagination, visions, and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all have been having any like, yeah, basically, you're gonna get this healing. And speaking of, it's been pretty cool because next week, um, I think it's next week, the 15th or so, I'll be moving into my own healing studio. I'm trying to figure out, a name and stuff to call it. Maybe integrative healing studio would be cute, you know? But we'll see. Okay, so let's not give Sydney too much to have to edit out for this meditation. But thank you. Yeah, and so then y'all can book online, and stuff like that. Just be easier and more seamless business transaction healing and stuff like that for me. So that would be nice. Right. Let's go ahead and start it for today. I figure y'all, we're talking about going with the flow and all this stuff. And tonight's meditation is brought to us by Maeve, who talks about cycles and rhythms. Look at us being in the flow. Okay. I really like my job. Is it obvious? All right. So, Maeve is a Celtic goddess who celebrates her femininity. So her sexual appetite is legendary, and she's been said to favor kings as her lovers. All right, okay, come through, right? That is what we need. Kings as lovers, right? Legend says that Maeve invoked labor pains on an army seeking to invade her land, and that she demanded that the battle cease during her menstrual cycle. It's the bad mama jamma, sounds like. Call upon Maeve for relief from pain associated with feminine cycles. I dig that, including menstruation, labor and delivery, and menopause. Interesting. Okay. Well, I will be incorporating that information after I get my fertility massage certification in April. So, channeling her to help me help women. That's kind of cool. All right, so with that being said, go ahead and take a moment just to settle in to your physical space. Just becoming aware of things that are around you. Taking some nice deep breaths. You begin to settle into your personal space, settling into your body, and just noticing how you have shown up for this meditation. Ushering your thoughts into this moment. Giving yourself permission to just explore and feel, flow, just breathe. Acknowledging your emotions. How are you feeling this evening? As you begin to sink deeper into physical body, allow the breath to flow into any areas of tension, inviting them to be at ease. Just giving yourself permission to relax. Just noticing the cycle and rhythm of the breath. Leaning into that space of stillness, sacredness, divine feminine essence, and energetic support. Allowing that essence to be evoked through you. Feeling yourself expand and connecting to the divine feminine above and below. As you ground down deep into the earth. Becoming one with cycles and rhythms of earth. Allowing the mind to open and stretch beyond our imagination, allowing you to connect to the divine feminine above. Feeling yourself held in a space of gentleness, ease, and grace. Knowing that there's nowhere else you need to be but right here, right now. Allow yourself to just completely surrender. Relax. Just breathe. your mind begins to wander, just come back to the breath, noticing its ebb and flow through the body. And as you become aware of this flow, this cycle, this rhythm, you're being guided to honor cycles of your body, your energy levels, your emotions. See, all of life moves in cycles. The moon, the sun, the earth, the entire universe, including you. You are part of the cycle, rhythm of life. It's as if life inhales and exhales again, just as you. There is no need to be surprised. You too have your own cycle and rhythm. This means that there are times you may feel energized, awake, fruitful, blossoming. This phase of your life can be seen or understood as your spring. Then there may be times where you find yourself introspective, isolated, quiet, as if you are experiencing your own winter season. Your body also goes through these changes and pronounced cycles from infancy to childhood, teens, young adult, eventually becoming sage, wise elder, the wise woman. But wherever you are in the cycle, wheel of life, however it flows, celebrate these rhythms, embrace them. For this is the essence of life force energy moving through. And you allow yourself to let go and just flow. You move in harmony as you dance with the divine, feminine, within and out. Notice the rise and fall of your breath and chest, heart space. Just sitting here, breathing, still and quiet. Just existing, being. You're allowing life to not only flow through you, to move and flow all around. See, life is, simply put, a series of endings and beginnings. So just notice what has come to an end or what is ending in your life. What chapter might you be closing? What are you releasing? Feel yourself letting go and just allow yourself to breathe deep. It's as if layers are being peeled off. And in the space of surrendering, upon letting go, there's this space, the void, this place, sacred creation. Just before you allow yourself to receive once again, noticing what is coming into your life. What is it that you have been receiving? What are you allowing yourself to have this season? What are you creating? How would it feel to be fruitful this season? What new beginnings are taking place? How can you honor them? mind begin to drift, noticing what you are receiving and releasing that is outside of yourself. But bring your awareness back in. Allowing your focus, your awareness to drop down to your womb space. Recognizing that you truly are the embodiment of life, divine feminine. And as you connect to your womb space, sacred space of creation, possibility, intuition, emotion, this space too has its own cycle, rhythm. Breathe deeply into the area of the low belly. See if for a moment or two you can just notice the ebb and flow of breath moving through the area of your sacral chakra. This special, magical place. How can you connect more deeply to this cycle and rhythm within? How can you honor this space? Relax the hips. Allow the area of the low belly to soften. Feeling yourself just sinking deep into this space. Taking the time to consciously connect, to notice, observe, feel. Just breathe. riding this ebb and flow of breath in and out. How would you describe your relationship to your womb space? How would you describe your relationship to your feminine cycle? Can you honor this cycle as evidence that you are an intricate part, beautiful extension, expression of the divine feminine? See, just like life, you flow. Sometimes that flow is easy. Sometimes that flow is more complicated, challenging. But when you embrace this wisdom through awareness and observation, you deepen your relationship not only to your body, to your emotions, your energy, the divine feminine. You are the embodiment of. And strengthening this connection, deepen and strengthen your intuition. Begin to honor your sensitivity and your emotions as strengths. You may find that you have more compassion for yourself where you are in your own cycle and rhythm. You become more self realized,
as the divine. Spiritual being simply having a human experience. You begin to deepen your trust. Trust in the universe and life itself. Relax. Let everything go just for this moment and flow. Breathe. Inhale. Slow and steady. Exhale. Deep inhale. Slow, steady exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Allow any tension within the mind to soften. Are there any thoughts, situations, experiences that focused on or holding on to? So just take a deep breath. Allow it all to just settle, bringing calmness, stillness to the mind. Notice if there's any emotions keeping you feeling stuck or stagnant. Breathe into them. Exhale, release. Feeling yourself letting go. Stagnant energy moving as you allow yourself just to breathe. See, just like electricity, in order for energy to be its most efficient, needs to flow. See if you can relax a little deeper, letting go, surrendering just a little more, allowing life, force energy to just move through you. Various meanings and interpretations for tonight's message, cycles and rhythms. It's to honor your female cycles and rhythms. Honor feminine reproductive system held within your works. Maybe just send a little love to your ovaries, sending love to your fallopian tubes, bathing your uterus, cervix in unconditional love. Maybe you bring both hands to the area of the low belly. Just send that space, love and light. Very rarely do we take the time to actually honor this divine power that lies within us as women. Notice and acknowledge if there's any thoughts or emotions that may be coming from this space. Perhaps there's some wisdom, some guidance from this area. Allow healing to take place, needed by Just allow yourself to breathe deep into the low belly. How can you honor and strengthen your connection to your holy womb? Second meaning of tonight's message is make time to rest. Allow yourself to say no or no thank you to any demands for your time, your energy. Give yourself permission to set healthy boundaries and reinforce them to maintain your energy levels so that you can be at highest vitality and wellness. Third meaning for tonight's message is to initiate any steps needed to alleviate any lethargy or depression, sorrow, grief, shame, guilt. It's time to let go. Just breathe and affirm I am letting go. I release and allow it to flow. And just notice how it feels to allow things to simply be. Next interpretation is to take better care of your body. It's a sacred vessel, your temple. And if it resonates, maybe it's time to seek support for any heavy emotions or emotional crises. If needed, allow yourself to breathe, to detach and disconnect for a moment. Take some time off. Know that if you are experiencing personal winter season, things may seem gloomy, dark, cold. Just know that this is all part of the cycle and rhythm of nature, and it won't last forever. Their spring will come. Their spring is coming. And when it's time, divinely time, you too will bloom, flourish. Trust your process. What else are you holding on to? Allow it to come to mind, see it, feel into, notice the emotions, thoughts, energy attached to that. Once you have that identified, take a deep breath in and release. Squeezing all the air out, just allowing yourself to let go. And as you inhale, you bring in the new. Last interpretation for tonight. The doorway of opportunity has opened up. You need to walk through it now. Opportunities have come your way. Perhaps you intend to create new opportunities. Perhaps you choose to have faith and trust and believe that new opportunities are coming your way now. Just be open to receiving, trusting the flow, remembering to just breathe and flow with life. Next breath into, bring your awareness back. And bring some movement to the physical body. Neck rolls, shoulder rolls, hip circles. Giving yourself a hug. Showing yourself a little love. Being here. Honoring this space. It's time. Coming back. Taking one last deep breath. Before opening your eyes and coming out. Trance. Okay. Hopefully you all are back. And, just trying to feel out the collective message here. I think it's actually pretty interesting though too, because Pisces season kind of has those like mermaid type colors, like blues and violets and teal and stuff. So I think it's kind of interesting that this message from Maeve has those colors in it as well. I guess this is more like the Northern Lights though. So, aw, thank you. I think, okay. Instead of trying to feel it out, how about I just tap in real quick? So, what does the collective need to know? Oh, thank God, for Goddess. So it's kind of like a, right now the world we're kind of in a, came out of it with the force, so that was there. This, the world's a little crazy, right? But the collective message that I got is, remember, if you really allow yourself to just accept that there are cycles and rhythms to everything, and this, the pandemic and the chaos and all this, right? We have like these little cycles and rhythms, even down to a cellular level, right? Your hair, I think you lose like 75 to 150 hairs a day. Your cells are always reproducing, and your skin sheds every day, and those cells renew. I think your hair is like 7-year cycles or something, where you might have an experience where like there might be a lot of shedding going on, and then it's kind of like this transformation when new growth comes in. So our cells are continuously evolving and shedding and transforming. And then we also have our own cycle and rhythm as women, every 28 days, give or take. As someone who has worked with my own womb wellness, and also with other with clients and so forth, as massage therapist, reflexologist, and helping women actually get pregnant. I don't offer this. I don't really talk about this or advertise a lot, but I will be in the future here. But yes, I have assisted women in just kind of balancing out, I guess, their hormones on a energetic, but also on a physical level, through working like the ovaries and the fallopian tubes, and reflexology on the feet. I'm going like this because that's this area here. So I was doing massage today too, so my hands are still on fire. But just helping to kind of reestablish that harmony, that balance in the area. It's actually pretty cool because not only will I be learning about that, but I find that in general that helps to like decrease pain in that area. When I allow myself to feel and flow with my emotions and so forth, I notice that cramping and so forth in that area is not as bad if I've been denying my emotions or suppressing them and so forth. Um, then I notice that I typically, when that cycle comes, have more cramping. Or if there's some kind of releasing that I need to do, especially if it was with a intimate partner or something, and we go our separate ways. And I notice sometimes that, that cycle might be a little heavier that month, cramping, all that kind of stuff, because it's a way of like releasing, like on a physical level. So we have that cycle and rhythm as women. And then we also have, in general, as women, a whole bigger cycle, which is obviously for infancy, and then we go through, menses, or what is it called? Isn't that right? Yeah, starting menses, and then we got menopause on the other end, and so it's just kind of like as women we have that cycle, but then life itself, men, women, everyone in general, has beginning and ending, right? Life and death. We come into this world, we leave this world, and then there's also a collective. Okay, you see where I'm going with all these little rings and circles and cycles, because then we have a collective cycle that we are also experiencing, But then there's different generations within that flow. And then there's, with that comes, different types of developments and things, other things, infrastructures being dismantled, and things, we're just continuously evolving. So what the overall message of that is, when you honor that there are cycles and rhythms to things, then you kind of don't really freak out too much about stuff, because you know that there's this ebb and flow, there's yin and yang, there's always going to be some sort of what I would call I don't want to say like harmonic convergence, because that was actually like the thing several years ago. But yeah, I think there is some sort of harmony and balance and flow. So it kind of gives you a little peace of mind knowing that this chaos, that this pandemic, this cycle that we're in, is not going to last forever. And it's also kind of nice when you see, even outside of that, you start throwing the cosmic stuff, and we start to see these transits, and cycles and so forth, with the planets and what they're doing in astrology. So I think it's just kind of cool when you really allowed your mind to expand and see the bigger picture, and notice like we're even a tiny micro bit of this huge cycle. So when you allow yourself to just embrace that, and flow with that, then I think not only does it create more sense of ease within the body, but also peace of mind. So that is your channel message for this evening: is to let go and let go. Okay, pretty much. I'm going to turn this off, and then we'll go into the